Hi Gemini, this is your guys' reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising. So let's see what is happening for my Geminis at this time. Energy. We have the Seven of Cups, the King of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Wands, the Devil, Judgment, Nine of Cups, there we go, and the Page of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool card. So some of you guys, I was already getting this, and then I saw the Fool at the bottom, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is definitely a double confirmation for me that you guys are leaving something. Now, for a lot of you guys, this is like a bad habit. For some of you guys, this is a connection. For others of you, this is a work environment, a home environment. There's something here that you are changing. Now, I'm getting as well that a lot of you guys, there's a lot going on in your life, and it's having to put out all little fires all at once, right? It's almost like, and there's a problem here, then there's a problem there, and it's like you're having to divert your energy and split your energy, scatter it out to get through the day. And that's kind of what it feels like. For a lot of you guys, I feel that you're very exhausted and you're tired of always feeling like you needed to defend yourself between certain people and their opinions or the way that others viewed the way that you wanted to live your life. I'm also getting as well that for a lot of you guys, whatever that you felt chained to, whatever you felt that you had a hard time letting go of or moving past in some way is something that you've realized that wasn't good for you for a while. Maybe you guys have been beating yourselves up because you tell yourself, why did I do that? Why have I hold on to this? But there's like something that you're now wanting to start or that you're on the verge of letting go of so that you can move forward into something. So for a lot of you guys, it's not beating yourselves up for why you got into this situation in the first place or why something ended up happening. It's having to have that self-forgiveness in the circumstance, because I feel like a lot of my Geminis might have beaten yourselves up or has put yourself in a position where you felt like you needed to torture yourself or punish yourself in some way because you feel that you have made mistakes in the past or have made mistakes in relationships, or again, have just put yourself in situations where you feel was bad for you. But having to trust that, you have learned from that mistake, that you don't need to constantly beat yourself up, and that you guys can move forward. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you've been in a situation where you felt like you couldn't win and you felt like you had to walk away from. And for some of you guys, this was a person or again, some kind of choice that you had to make that you maybe didn't want to have to make in the first place. There's a part of you that really feels bad or feels guilty or feels like you've lost out on something. But it feels like a lot of you guys are maybe this person broke your heart and you're just waiting for them to come back. And you're hoping that this person's going to see the error of their ways and come back towards you. But you feel like you've just been waiting and time's been passing you by. It's almost like you're missing out on the world, right? And there's a part of you that's just kind of starting to get back up on your feet again and saying, you know what? Maybe I've missed an opportunity. Maybe something bad has happened in my past, but I don't want to dwell on it anymore. I don't want to hold on to it anymore. And a lot of you guys are coming into new connections. You guys are starting to find new people that are going to actually work with you. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're in that process of creating and moving on to new, better things. So let's do the Sacred Creators Oracle here. But I am just getting for a lot of you guys, it's like you don't need to beat yourselves up, because I feel like you needed to go through this situation in order to grow and learn. It's almost like you were set on, even if you did a little detour, right, before you got on to the main path that you felt like you needed to be on, it was still a learning experience that made you become who you are today, which I feel like is a better person. We have the sacred flow of yes. We have, what do you really want? And that's really a hard question to ask yourself, right? Like, and being honest, like, we might think we know what we want, but then a lot of times when we get it or we end up thinking about it long enough, we'll realize that's not really what we want either. We have air, creator. We have the sacred flow. Collaboration of souls. Fill your cup with sacred giggles. The spark of hustle. Lead your metamorphosis. Yeah, you guys are definitely changing. And we also have, what does your soul say? So I feel like a lot of things have came up into the surface for a lot of you guys. Now, there are parts of you guys that need to say yes to what you want. Even if you don't know if that's fully what you want, go explore it anyways. Go try it out. You know, you might think you might not want it, but then as you start going towards it, you might come to that realization that, you know what, I actually like this. I really enjoy this. I think this is good for me. And then as you continue down that path, ooh, this doesn't feel good. You can correct it. You can change it. So a lot of times people forget that we're very adaptable, that not just because we make a decision does not necessarily mean that is going to be the final decision, or that's going to lead to something bad. Sometimes we have to take risks in life. Sometimes we have to trust ourselves to know that even if we make a mistake and something bad happens, we're going to be good. We're going to be fine. We're going to be able to handle it. And I feel like for a lot of my Geminis, a lot of you guys are in this sense of uncertainty, especially because for a lot of you guys, there's this, again, I feel like for a lot of people, there's something about that sacral activation or just needing to be playful and have fun. We've gone through a lot in the last couple of years, and I feel like a lot of people have been tense, have had a lot of difficulties realizing what relationships work for them and what doesn't. It's almost like the universe has made everybody go to a pause so everybody can just see what's going on in their life. And it feels like a lot of people's lives are falling apart. And it's because a lot of the foundations that we had were built on faulty ground. And if we don't take that time to stop and really look inside ourselves and really ask ourselves the important questions, then we oftentimes keep going down the wrong route, or we just eventually accumulate bigger issues down the road. And so I feel like for a lot of you guys are in this process of actually changing, moving, transitioning into a new you, into something that is going to be beneficial for not only you, but the other people around you. It's like you can just impact one person. You've impacted hundreds of people inadvertently, not knowing that you did. We all impact each other. The way we say things to people, the way we respond impacts that person's day, which impacts other people as well, you know? And it's almost like for a lot of you guys, you have impacted people's lives without even realizing it. Some for the good, some for the bad, and some for the neutral. Where a lot of people, they came across you and they said, oh, Gemini was fine. I had no issue with Gemini. But even then, having your energy around them can still impact that person. And so I feel like for a lot of you guys, you have more power than you give yourselves credit for. You guys don't realize that the thoughts, the words, the actions, the things that you say, how it impacts those around you. And I feel like a lot of you guys are in that moment of really trying to discover what is it that's going to actually make you happy. What does your soul say? What can you do to improve yourself day by day? There's a part of you guys that need to tap into that creative force, that energy that you have inside of yourself, which I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're in the process of doing, because I feel like a lot of you guys are starting to, it's like you guys have been in your mind for so long that you're slowly coming back into the body and you're slowly starting to heal and feel your emotions again, which I feel like is why it's leading to that metamorphosis. It's like you guys are changing. Now it's almost like you're from knowing to embodying something. You're embodying some kind of belief or some kind of mentality that's going to serve you down the road and actually not only make it better for you, but for other people as well, especially with that collaboration of souls. I feel like you're going to be collaborating with people, places, and circumstances that's going to benefit the world, that's going to benefit yourself, that's going to help you guys somehow develop your self-esteem, your self-worth. A lot of you guys are going into situations where you're going to have to prove yourself. And I feel like it's all set up so that you can notice the power that you have and what you have that is special and unique. And I feel like a lot of you guys, you're getting pushed into a direction or pushed into a situation where you're actually having to level up or grow up in some way so that you can actually get to the next level, to the next goal in life. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're changing, and a lot of people around you are noticing this. Maybe the way you're interacting with people is starting to change as well. And a lot of you guys, like I said, is starting that whole new beginning. Your life is changing. Cycles are ending for you guys so that you can start back over again. And I feel like you're coming at life with that curiosity again, with that magic and curiosity, and that's going to lead you guys into better decisions, into better parts of your life. So let's pull the Namaste Blessing and Divination cards. So we have a blessing through emotional upheaval. An emotional storm is forming and things may seem chaotic for a while, but as the storm subsides, a blessing is revealed. Respect all points of view, for we each view the world a little differently. Things are being shaken up for a good reason, and all involved will benefit. Yeah, see, I feel like a lot of you guys have had a lot of upheavals, a lot of issues with people. But it's having that gratitude and that knowing that if it's going to be okay, things are changing and working. For instance, when the butterfly goes in the cocoon, right? The butterfly actually does dissolve and break itself down inside of the cocoon. It is completely vulnerable at that point. When it is becoming formed into a butterfly, it is starting to break itself down completely. And then not to mention the second that it does form into a butterfly, it actually has to break out of its shell, break out of its cocoon. And if it doesn't, it will die, right? It's like the survival of the fittest in that way. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're getting into that point where it's like your cocoon is too small, you're growing, you're expanding, and you have to force yourself to break out of that in order to evolve, in order to change. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, that's what's going on with that emotional upheaval. Things are changing, things are moving, but it's for you and other people's betterment. And that's what I'm feeling is you're impacting others, they're impacting you, and things around you seem to be happening so quickly, but it's happening for you to lead into that metamorphosis. So that's what I have for my Geminis. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great and wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.